everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Dropkick SoCal with me, Mooski. And this is our news episode today. Yeet! And quite a way to start off with that because if you guys haven't heard, Jay Uso can once again use Yeet! Yet again. So, first little news story there. As you know, we've previously said that Yeet had already been trademarked by another an independent wrestler, but I guess I didn't look too much into it, just that he could use it now. It seems that perhaps that independent wrestler came into contact with WWE, they sorted some things out, and boom! Yeet is back, people. So if you are happy about that, let us know, comment down below. Just comment down below. Yeet! Alrighty? How many times can you comment yeet down below? Alrighty. God, that's gonna be annoying to read. Well, nah, what am I saying? No, it's not. Ugh, pardon me. Alrighty. But yeah, guys, so yeah, pretty exciting. Pretty exciting news week. Well, sort of. You'll see why in a bit, but yeah, I mean some interesting things here and there. So boy, has it been a while since this has happened lately, but boy oh boy, we got worked this week. So I believe in yesterday's episode, we talked about how Brian Danielson worked us with that eye injury in Collision. Hell of a match, but yeah, so basically yes, it was a work. The reason people really got worked over that is because before it turns out like Collision had been pre-taped. So people were seeing the whole like, oh man, his eye's looking bad. Did Andrade go too hard? But that was the plan all along. That was the plan all along, and my effing god, people, it effing freaking worked. Boy, I mean, nowadays it really is hard to really work the crowd with something because, again, we're always online, always on social media. Every news outlet is, and we just know what's coming on, what's going on, what's what's being worked, what's not. And boy, sometimes it's the simple things that could just get us like that. So props to Daniel Bryanson and Andrade. Like, damn, that was sick. Now, I guess this is something that a little bit of Brian Danielson, is that now, I don't know, I guess some people are going to give him some kind of critique or whatnot, but as you know, he was in that committee that decided, hey, best is to fire Punk, which did happen. He's the head charge of that, but he's also taking another new role in like AEW, more of a leadership role. I don't know exactly what his position or like is called, but supposedly he's in charge of like really like looking through like I guess the social media behavior of like the talent in AEW, and if there is something that's not looking good, they're getting a fine. Yeah. So that's his new job as well. It's already happened with like a few talents here and there. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that. Seems, I mean, hey, I guess if there's money for him, cool, but like, whatever. All right, but yeah, let me know. What do you guys think? I think I can't remember. Was it? No, 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 I can't remember. That's a whole different story. But yeah, supposedly some AEW talents had already gotten fined. So let us know what you think down below of that as well. And yeah, so is that it for Daniel Bryanson? Yeah, that is it. Now, speaking about his eye injury, which was just a work, this, however, was not a work. It was not a work. So, as you could see, last Friday night SmackDown, Asuka and Charlotte Flair had a match, and this was during the commercial break, so we watching at home did not see it. But we got fan footage of it, and Charlotte from the top turnbuckle uh, looks like she fell off. She landed weirdly on the ropes, and then the rebound from the ropes, she hit back on the hard mat floor, and boom, she hurt her knee. She still finished. She still finished the match, thank goodness. But she still got hurt. You could see her just limping all over the place. So yes, it does look like Charlotte will be injured. Who knows? She may just possibly be out for a bit. We're gonna see. But yeah, we're just hoping you're okay, Charlotte. That was looking pretty bad, not gonna lie. But hey, should be good in no time, I hope. We will see. Oh boy. Hey, come on, phone. I need to check my notes. Alrighty. So speaking of her being gone, possibly. I hope not. Let's talk about someone who has made yet another shock appearance. As you know, NXT Deadline. What's last Saturday? So, oh, I'm sorry, guys. I should not be recording so late at night. Okay, but point is, what was the thing? Oh, right. NXT Deadline was just last week. And, who else to better open the show, I guess, than the most controversial figure in wrestling? I'm talking, of course, about CM Punk. He appeared on NXT Deadline, kind of teasing that, like, hey, maybe I'll sign with NXT. Maybe. I mean, you could say maybe there's a lot of young talent in the back that he wants to work with. Yeah. Yeah. If you get that reference, props to you. All right, you get the reference. But yeah, maybe. But no, as we found out from this past week, he did sign with Raw, and I gotta say, that freaking promo with Seth freaking Rollins, wow. Now supposedly there wasn't even a producer assigned to that. They were just like, go out there and talk. And those are the best stories, y'all. A little bit of reality with a little bit of wrestling drama. Yes. Okay, so it's a great story, but we're just waiting to see what happens. I will share my thoughts on this like later on. Right now is not the time and place for that. But yeah, it's definitely intriguing and catching everybody's interest for sure. Alrighty, so speaking of somebody who left AEW and came back to WWE, someone who was fired from WWE who may possibly be going to AEW. I'm talking about Nikki, also known as Nick Nemeth, also known as, well, formerly known as Dolph Ziggler. There is some talks that perhaps Dolph Ziggler will be the next talent to jump ship from WWE to AEW. Uh, they may be working on a contract for him already, and supposedly storyline wise, he may end up as a client of CJ Perry. Interesting. We will see how that goes. So yeah, don't be surprised if you see Dolph Ziggler make his way to the land of Elite very soon. Team with his brother, who knows? Should be interesting to see. Alrighty. And let's see here. So, a little bit of Punk and AEW once again. So, for those of you guys who are excited, like I was when CM Punk first came back to AEW, to wrestling, if you're excited for his WWE return, so keep this in mind. Keep your eyes peeled, ladies and gentlemen. If you're going to that show, props to you. You're going to witness CM Punk's first match back in WWE, December 30th, against Dominic Mysterio. Really tying in the story, that long term story of when he creepily sang happy birthday to his little girl. Yeah, so that's funny. Indeed, but yeah, Punk will be returning in a live event. And, Dominic has been proving that he's a hard worker and he may just do well. May be awesome. Alrighty. It won't be televised, but there's sure to be some fan footage out there. Can't wait to see it. And now let's talk about something that, I don't know, may make you AEW haters fucking laugh. I don't know. Whatever. You're welcome to like love and hate whatever you want. I just love it if it's wrestling. I mean, I don't think any promotion is perfect, not by a long shot. But I like whatever they got and I also dislike whatever they got. Best of both worlds, I guess. Just I don't know. Wait, is that well whatever. But yeah, y'all. So, for those of you guys who are into this type of stuff, if you're into wrestling and economics, why not WrestleNomics or whatever that website is called? But yeah, supposedly they did some numbers, and of course, let's talk about some of the losses that the AEW has made. Supposedly it was like 33 to like 35 million in revenue. Now, let's see here. Let me look back at my notes because I did not study math. All right. Well, I did my math classes, but fuck, hated them. Except for that one math class where I had the hot teacher. I still fucking failed. Whatever. Okay, what am I talking about? Okay, AEW. Okay, so yeah. So supposedly in revenue they lost up to in revenue? Well, actually, let's see here. Looks like they lost about $34 million, but in total they gained about $154 million in revenue. So, still more more gain than lost. However, that revenue gained is still lower than its expenses. So everything that goes into production, everything that goes into like advertisements, I guess, or all that stuff, every little like piece of like things that we see on screen that makes AEW happen is still more expensive than what they made. That is still not a good sign for AEW, and I don't know, y'all. I just don't know. Again, those first few years were amazing. They were amazing, and I don't know. I mean, like, where do you guys think AEW went wrong? What was the first like path to like their downfall? It's slowly but surely creeping in, y'all. I'm sorry. Still love AEW, but damn, they're hitting some bumps in the road. That's for sure. For me, I really got worried when Tony announced, "I bought Ring of Honor." Yeah, I don't know. Like that did not sit right with me because it's like, again, I was not even alive when this shit was happening, but like I'm aware of a little bit of the history. What when Vince was buying the territories, I don't know. They seem to be kind of, you know, mixing in there. So you're kind of just becoming what you were setting out to destroy, man, or I don't know, compete with. That sounds better. I don't know, but I want you guys to let me know. When did you feel that the AEW took the wrong turn? Let me know down in the comments below. Yeah. So we'll see. Would be interesting to see an interesting documentary later on. I'm waiting for that, but more than anything, I want to see a non WWE produced documentary on no, a biopic on Vince McMahon. I cannot wait for that. Yes, fucking yes. Don't sugarcoat that, and do not freaking get his freaking like what's the word I'm looking for, input in it, because he's gonna try to make himself look better. Yeah, maybe in the future. All right, but speaking of biopics and just films overall, what I'm most excited about for guys is freaking the Iron Claw movie. Now, it's one thing as a wrestling fan to be excited for that film, but I love films and I freaking love wrestling. So, both are just like, yes, two of my favorite things, yo. And like even the critics are like all fucking going crazy for this. I mean, it's A24. They make great shit. So I am very excited. Quite a great film to end the year for me. Hell fucking yes. And I gotta give shout outs, y'all. Go check out this interview if you haven't yet. Chris Von Fleet on his podcast had an interview with Chavo Guerrero. So Chavo Guerrero hasn't really done anything in the wrestling ring as often. Sorry, why do I always get these messages at night? Hasn't really done anything in the wrestling ring, but god damn it, he is really putting a stamp on Hollywood as just like, hey, if you need any type of wrestling movie, any type of wrestling anything in Hollywood, go to Chavo Guerrero. He is the wrestling coordinator in Iron Claw. Not only that, he is going to be in Iron Claw. So, okay, with that being said, I love that interview, but if you're like me, if you're a movie guy, you love to go in watching a movie completely, well, not knowing what could possibly happen. So I'll go ahead and give a spoiler warning. Again, there isn't really like, it's not saying what exactly happens in the movie, and since it's about a real life story, then if you know the story, you kind of already know, but it depends how they present it. But again, do be warned that if you're like me, you like going into a movie without any knowledge whatsoever of what went into production or what went into the script or any of that, then maybe avoid that. All I know is that he's in it, cool, but I learned one little detail that they left out of the movie. Just in case I do have some fellow movie fans out there, I'm not going to say what they left out, but I personally feel like they left out something that I felt could have added to the story, but I'm gonna wait for that. Maybe I'll do something later on, you know? But yeah, I am looking forward to freaking the Iron Cloud movie, y'all. I am so excited for that. But also, what else am I gonna say? That is right. So I just love that one because you hear from Chavo Guerrero himself how he has like moved from wrestling into like Hollywood, being the wrestling coordinator for this movie. But also, I have yet to see it. That Netflix movie, that Netflix show, what's called Glow. It looks good. He's the one who's like coordinating all the wrestling moves, like really getting the actors, teaching them how to do. Allison Brie, super cutie. Yes, my crushes go not just in wrestling. Oh, believe me, Oni, bro, if you're watching, no surprise, right? My crushes do not just stick to wrestling. Whatever, bro. Okay, hope you're doing good, man. Hope you're doing good. But yeah, point is, Chavo Guerrero, he is the wrestling guy in Hollywood. Props to Chavo, man. I know we all know you're making Eddie proud. Definitely, Viva la Raza. Awesome, awesome, Chavo. But yeah, so he is definitely the wrestling guy in Hollywood, and I love the little story he talked about with Zac Efron. He personally trained Zac Efron at his home little private gym and stuff at home. So yeah, he was great. He was really great at taking in the information, like performing all that stuff. He was having dinner with his family, and Zac Efron sees like a like classic Chevy Impala that supposedly like Chavo and Eddie rode in one of the WWE shows, and he was like, "Whoa, no way!" And Chavo was like, "You want to take a ride? What?" And like he took him around his hood, like you gotta fucking love that. Again, guys, if you don't mind like finding out that little piece and stuff that they left out of the movie, if you don't mind that, then go watch that Chris Von Fleet interview. It is sick. All right, love that one, the Chavo Guerrero one. All right, guys, but that about does it for the news this week. A few good things, a few like interesting things we got worked. Movie next week. My God, yes, I'm excited. And so forth. All right, guys. So, with that being said, don't forget to check out yesterday's episode of the matches of the week for this week. Last week's SmackDown to this week's AEW. And yeah, don't forget I have a new series as well, Wrestling Toy Hunts. The one with I go to again. I'll use a fake name, so I don't give it out too easily. Malwart, obviously. But hey, again, I said in the video, I'll say it again. They might have screwed up my freaking online order, but god damn, were they stacked the hell in their wrestling figures. I mean, that, as you see in the episode, that's where I got this guy right here. These guys right here, actually, checking out Bailey's ass. Can't blame them. Can't blame them. Freaking legends. Taker and Batista around their 2007 rivalry. Freaking badass. All right, guys. So please check those out. I'm gonna try to put out a lot more of those as well, cause from the looks of it, y'all love those. So yeah, and if you guys got recommendations for me to go check out any stores around the Los Angeles area, please let me know down in the comments below. I already got two that I'm planning to see very soon. Hopefully in the next year, y'all. So yeah, if you want, please do go ahead, dropkick that subscribe button. Stay up to date with everything we're doing here. Check us out on Instagram as well. We got the new tournament going on. The strongest wrestlers. Go ahead. We got our candidates. You guys got your voices heard. They are in. And yeah, look forward to doing that and another podcast episode to go along with it. All right, guys. So With that being said, I am Mooski. Thank you for coming to Dropkick SoCal, and I'll see y'all in the next episode. Peace out.